Welcome to Uplift You. This month is focused on marketing yourself and your career. And in this week's episode, you'll hear Christina and I talking through our own experience and answers to the me moment question, what are your strengths?
The other part of kind of the me moment questions is what are your strengths? I think when it comes to thinking about strengths as humans, I think we default to trying to figure out what we're not good at. And actually, when it comes to then talking to people about what you're good at, writing it on a CV, writing it on your on your LinkedIn profile, it almost feels a bit intimidating, or that maybe we shouldn't be doing that.
It's a
And
big
so I think,
question. It's a very
yeah,
broad, big question that makes you go, I'm going to need an hour to think about this
or
because
more.
you're just pulling things out of the air because there's so much to go through, right? So I guess it's just looking at it from a different point of view and kind of going, is it communication? Is it organization? Is it people? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
So kind of narrowing it down from there.
I think it's almost worth. I used to do these things, which we put probably some career resources together for the end of the month. But have you ever done like a SWOT analysis?
Absolutely
Ever
not.
heard? So, so for those of you that haven't heard about a SWOT analysis, it's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And quite a lot of companies will do it like kind of when they're thinking about like whether they want to release like kind of products, or where how the company's kind of positioned in the market as well. It's kind of used in marketing. Um, but I think it's really helpful to kind of do your own personal SWOT analysis. I used to do it on my team. Don't tell them that I used to do that, but no, I used to share it with them. It's fine. um, and so you kind of know where to kind of focus, or how to kind of maybe transform some of those weaknesses into strengths as well. And it's quite often you'll start with using the template and filling up like kind of all of the weaknesses side of things. But actually, so for me, one of the weaknesses that I always thought that I had is because I'm dyslexic. And yeah, sometimes like kind of my spelling is pretty atrocious at the best of times. But actually, that leads to some of my strengths as well, in that I like to put things together. I'm quite like, I like to look at the bigger picture around things. I don't necessarily focus on like kind of the minutiae of things. So whilst that is one of my weaknesses, it's led to kind of one of my strengths. And I think by doing exercises like the SWOT analysis, or a personal SWOT, it can kind of help you articulate, um, and be a starting point for writing some of those things down, and therefore like positioning yourself, whether it, like I said, whether it comes to a CV or a LinkedIn profile, or even talking to people about it.
Yeah, I think talking to people about it is helpful because then you get
Mm.
a conversation going and then
Yeah,
the words just come out freely. And it's not so, you're not sitting down alone trying to figure this out by yourself. So, yeah, definitely grab a friend or a family member
yeah.
to do that.
No, I think that's such an important thing to do. Asking other people what they think your strengths are as well can really help. It can feel hugely intimidating as well if you're not used to it. But it's like anything, it's like us trying to navigate social media and everything. It feels really daunting, but it does start to get easier the more that you do it. You just got to start somewhere.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for next week's episode where Christina and I discuss the importance of identifying our transferable skills.